Welcome back, guys, to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, where we've come on to an astonishing conclusion that the person in the samurai costume, the Steel Samurai, seems to have been the victim, Jack Hammer. At least where our current line of reasoning is going. So, I can think of only one reason, Your Honor, as we get back on track with the case. The Steel Samurai didn't win! That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No way, no! It's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone, ever! Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. Same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. Order! I will have order! Witness, I mean Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. Cody, that day, you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. And then he didn't move. Order! What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim, but I think we've come to a logical impasse here, which says that he must have been the one inside. If he's the one who fell down after all, then it's got to be Jack Hammer the victim. And according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently, we have all made a serious error. An error? What's this all about? Hammer was the victim, Steel Samurai was the victim, or there was no victim. We know that Hammer was the victim, but Steel Samurai was the victim as well. If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer. He was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. But I only got that because they all of a sudden started to go on their own logical impasse, and then when the answers came up, it was kind of like, I guess that's the only one that counts. And then the logic spewed forth, order! So the Steel Samurai in this photograph, you're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer? That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Plus, he obviously knew about Will Paris's foot injury. Now, the question we come to, though, is why he'd want to take the Steel Samurai costume and fake that he's Will Powers with the foot injury on camera. But wait! Hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio One already? That's what everyone thought. Remember what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony? Oh, okay, I didn't remember this. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio One, nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? That's what we want to know. I don't know. I get it. I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange. So it was a different person inside the suit. Pops! Huh? Me? What? What now? Actually, there was one piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah, a photo on my digital camera. What? Show us, quick! No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that. No! Here, this is it. Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. I think it is. I think I've noticed something very decisive. I'm sorry. This doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix. Mia? What? Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. What? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please? Certainly. I don't see why not. Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. Did you see it too? Find the inconsistency in the photo. Inconsistency indeed. Because the inconsistency comes... This isn't another S up there. It's here. Definitely here. Take that! Your Honor, look at this. I see. A gate? Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate? The number? Ah, yes. Well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor. Correct? Ah! I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But that's impossible! What's this all about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime, which also explains why Studio 1 was so clean. Not just maybe the costume took the pool blood and that's why the costume's gone missing. And I know why the costume's gone missing now when I'm saying that. Studio 1 was so clean because no murder took place there. Of course, this murder has been taking place outside Studio 2 or within Studio 2. Of which, within the area of the Studio 2, there is an incinerator for the costume. That's what's probably gone on here. Here is the true scene of the crime. Show the judge where the murder took place. Okay, I will. It's Studio 2, of course. Take that! Here, at Studio 2. I see. That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The trailer is there, the path was blocked, no filming is done there. Well, they're all kind of true. But let's go with the trailer because that places a fair few people that were currently written out of possible suspects back on the suspect list. As you may recall, there is a trailer in Studio 2. Now on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. Or was it Diva Squeeze? They were at the scene of the crime. The path to the trailer was blocked. So we have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime. Studio 2. Order! The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard Mrs. Oldbag saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a Steel Samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. Objection! This is madness! Jack Hammer is the victim! The victim! Why would he steal a Steel Samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume! Court record time. Do I have proof? If it's gonna be proof, it's gonna be that. It's gotta be that. The reason for that is because we've always suspected that he was put to sleep when we found sleeping pills here, and that gives him an easy way to, take the costume. It was always weird that he overslept on a filming day, although he went to bed in the middle of the day. I don't think he'd be that tired, despite, hurting his ankle. I don't go, oh, I've hurt my ankle, let's go to bed. Or maybe I say put my feet up, but not let's go to bed, that will heal faster. I don't know. It's just, there were... If we don't count out Miss Old Bag, and then there was the girl there, there were 4 people there were eating food. So one of them did it, and he could have easily slipped that in. Easily. So I have proof. We'll go on a little tangent here, I guess. I have proof. You do? You do, Mr. Wright? Now that they're so surprised, suddenly I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. That he drugged Will Powers. Take that! Take that! This is it! An empty medicine bottle! I found this on the table in the employee area. Same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads, sleeping pills. Sleeping pills? The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes. But there is no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. Test Powers' blood, fingerprint the bottle, or examine Hammer's body. Obviously fingerprinted. An idea? Very well, let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle. I suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take possession of the bottle. Empty bottle has been given to the judge. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hacken's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case, and more to the point, we are nearly on the definitive point where we say Will Powers didn't do it because he was drugged, and he didn't go past. I mean, we're pretty much proving our defendant innocent, but now we've kind of got to find a guilty party. Okay, Cody Hacker's testimony was very useful. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The Steel Samurai seen by Mrs. Oldbag may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the trailer did have time to commit murder. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. It's not my job to find the murderer, really. That's the prosecution's task. That's a lot of homework. Mr. Edgeworth. You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Very well. Court is adjourned. And we made it through another day. And to be honest, things look sunshine and rainbows right now. October 19th, 2:47. Phew. That was a close one. He was saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Ha! Maybe I should take up a career in acting? I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Haha! Of course, we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right! Thanks! Phew! Well, what an eventful day. I feel all adrenaline rush for that. We'll save clear data up to this point and continue onwards, of course. To October 19th, 3:27. Let's continue our investigation. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Maya! So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick! Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, with no time to waste. Indeed we haven't. Right, let's talk to you again. The Steel Samurai or the Director's Ally or any ideas? Let's talk indeed. I don't get it, Maya. Maya, I keep switching. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? You don't remember anything from that? Yeah. But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. So you don't remember anything while channeling? What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Huh? Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2 where the trailer is. What? Was Maya always this excitable? Maya. Any ideas? Well, I don't think you're going to have any ideas. Well, have you noticed anything that might help us when you can't remember anything? I can't see what's going on when Mia is here. So no, I haven't noticed anything. Oh, so you do know that you're channeling Mia. Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP. WP, Powers. Right. So Powers it is then. Let's chat. We've done everything in here, surely. So detention center. Thank you. Maya. October 19th, detention center visitors room. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there. And could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yes. Though there's not really anything I could do to help. Ha ha ha! I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Right, let's talk and learn more. More. Producer Vasquez. Vasquez. Diva Squeeze. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knee, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Oh, that's what I want to know. Rumors are good. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manella? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. But something in his work caught Vasquez's eyes. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Salmonella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call. Well, I can't imagine him jumping. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in the business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to the Global. 5 years ago? That's very interesting information. Can we get anything more out of him somehow? We'll find out next episode, because to be honest, there's rumors going around, and something about the same time frame as Miss Vasquez has come to the studio. These are all information tidbits of brilliance that we need to finally go, you're the culprit, hopefully. Join me next time on Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney as we continue back to the studio to do more investigatorizing. Bye-bye.